Peace, peace, peace. What it is, it's your brother Tyvon Swainell, aka the Orthodox Moor, aka the Seven Pillar Saracen. Um, and real quick, I want to say shout out to all the new subscribers. And one in particular, there was a sister who dropped a comment on my last video, Supreme Fire 31. Shout out to that sister because she hit me to a new game I did not know about. Um, Real quick, family, let me share my screen and show you. Yeah, shout out to that sister because I actually went and used that website and uploaded my 23andMe in there, which I just showed y'all, and I'll show you my results I got in there right quick. Because I thought it was interesting. It was a different look at things, but they showed some stuff for free that I thought was very interesting. So let me do this right quick. So the three things I was able to check out for free was the analysis summary, the maps, which was very interesting, and the regional archaeogenetics. So real quick, let me hit the analysis summary. And so it says that my two closest matches are the Yoruba peoples and Al-Andalus. And they eventually turn this into just Bantu peoples and then Al-Andalus. Shout out to the Moors and whatnot. Y'all know what it is. And what's interesting about that is they do something very similar to GEDmatch, to where this is an ancient populations tab, but you can go over and use other tabs and whatnot. And they have a modern populations tab, and it's very similar to GEDmatch, and they give you a graph as well. So they give you the top 8 of what they link you to, and then they give you more on the graph as well. So my top tribe, and this is very similar to what you'll see in some of my GEDmatch results that I'll show later. But the top is the Lemba tribe, which is a Native American tribe, Biaka Pygmies, Moroccan, Puerto Rican, Ethiopian, Mozabite, which is a Berber group, Yemen, and then Lemba at 8. The sister actually had Lemba at number 1 if you go look at her video. But what's interesting is they give you this whole graph here where they say, this is me, and the blue dots were the closest ones on the graph. So what's interesting is what you can see is like right outside, like, so if this was a top 10 versus a top 8, the next 2 would have been Bantu and then Ethiopian Jewish. I just want y'all to see that. And what's also on this list, like, so if this was a GEDmatch, and again, these results are very similar to GEDmatch, they'd be doing a top 20 if it was GEDmatch. So my top 20 would include Egyptian, Jordanian, Libyan Jewish, Tunisian Jewish, Algerian Jewish, Moroccan Jewish, even Ashkenazi, Sicilian, Romanian Jewish, Costanon, which is again like some. We're getting closer to like I think they're Native. I can't remember if that's a Native American tribe or not. But I know once we get over to like the Puerto Rican and the Lumbee, like the Miwoks, Serranos, all these are Native American, etc. whatnot. And I've seen this like the Australian as in like the Austronesian kind of a concept and whatnot. So this is actually really, really similar to a lot of my GEDmatch results and whatnot, which I find extremely interesting. Extremely interesting. So again, this is the free portion of this website. And this website is mytrueancestry.com. And so let me go back. Oh. And let me check out the regional. You know, nah, it's the maps I can check out. There we go. That's what I can check out. So what's interesting on the maps is they show the Moorish stuff in 950 AD. And you can look at maps from different parts of the world or whatnot. Some you got to pay for. These are the free ones. That's Europe. In Europe, they got me in southern Spain during the Moorish time period, 950 AD. That's the Cordoba Caliphate. In Asia, not so much. The Americas, very consistent with my Native American DNA that you see in my 23andMe, and also in the A haplogroup or the A2G haplogroup breakdown I do for my mitochondrial DNA with the Native American concept. Very consistent. And what's interesting is they give you time periods and whatnot. But what's even more interesting, again, quick look at this. But what's even more interesting is the African joint. Look at this. So again, we got the southern Spain, right? Shout out to the Moors. And then look, my joint's like majoritively East African. And this was something that I kept seeing on my Jed match, which is extremely interesting. Like, so again, I'm waiting to get back a couple of more DNA tests from family tree and my heritage to get some more breakdowns on my DNA, because as I look more into my Jed match, etc., I see this right here. I see I'm extremely East African, North African, and the West African is recent in its migration. So they're saying like I'm in this area. I'm in like the Congo region in 1750 AD, but they got me over here in East Africa. You know what I'm saying? 600 AD, 1020 AD. You know what I'm saying? 2500 BC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I find that to be extremely interesting. And this is a consistent thing that I'm finding that my DNA keeps pointing to where like, okay, somebody got some explaining to do, because I'm being told that East Africa had nothing to do with the transatlantic slave trade. I'm being told that any involvement would have been minimal, etc. Meanwhile, I got this whole other question where we're dealing with these pews in Savannah, Georgia, and it's been confirmed that there's a Ge'ez on these pews. And so there's this unanswered question: well, how did Ge'ez get on these pews? Particularly if there's no East African people involved in the slave trade, because there's only one or two ways it's going to happen. Either they're directly involved from East Africa, or they migrated to West Africa and were still involved in the transatlantic slave trade. And so this map right here is talking about a little bit of both. There's some like I got heavy presence in East Africa and a modern presence in West Africa, a recent presence in West Africa, but like a direct link to a majorative concept of East Africa. And again, that's not inconsistent with hold on. Let's see how we do this. That's not inconsistent with these modern populations right quick. Oh, hold on. My fault, people. Trying to navigate this site. Yeah. So it's saying Moroccan, North African, then Ethiopian, East Africa, Yemen. That's, again, same area, right? Lemba. It's not inconsistent. Let's see. What was the other one that they got? Yeah, I thought this was actually really interesting because they got, this is the first time they have a list of ancient breakdowns and whatnot of like where the people were, etc., who they were rocking with, etc. Like, so my first top four are Bantu peoples, Khoisan, Yoruba peoples, Moors. Then it goes to Roman Hispania and the Guanche, etc. So yeah, like you can run your mouse over it and it'll give you percentage or whatnot. Like, so let's say like 45.6% for the Bantu peoples, 11.5% for the Khoisan, 10.5% for the Yoruba people, excuse me. 8.83% for the Moors. And I thought that was interesting because I've never seen Moors actually on some stuff like that. Roman Hispania, 5.8%. The Guanche is 4.34%, which is, again, interesting because what I found out through my paternal DNA is that my father's lineage is connected to like the original people of the Canary Islands, which I thought was interesting. Then they got Proto-Hungarians, Byzantines, ancient Egyptians, Philistines, Greco-Bactrian kingdom, etc. And I think this is interesting because they give you kingdoms and they give you peoples. So they give you like areas and times and whatnot, and then they give you peoples, which I think is interesting when you look at the scope of history and whatnot. They got Carthage, all them type of stuff in there. Canaanites, even, you know what I'm saying? Semites, small percentage, all that type of stuff, right? And then they give you errors and whatnot. So you can click on, excuse me. Like the Roman age. It's talking about, I'm rocking with the Bantu people in the Roman age of 48.3%. I'll do this one here. Modern period. Yoruba, 100%. Medieval age, rocking with the Moors at 20.8%, etc. Let's see this one. Early Bronze Age, Pronto Bantu, 93.4%. So this is interesting because it gives you time periods and peoples and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I thought people would find that interesting. Y'all can check that out if you want to. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave the website. I'm putting it in the description right now as we speak, family. And shout out to the sister who left a comment. Because I would not have known about the website if it was not for her. And for those who are intrigued about doing this stuff for free, there's another free third-party asset to use. I hope y'all find it interesting, because I found it interesting. But with that, family, I say peace and love.